Here talking with AIC head men's soccer coach Fred Balbino. Fred, you've been in preseason camp for a couple of weeks now and are about to kick off the season at the Merrimack Invitational. Can you just kind of go over how the preseason has gone for you guys so far, and how ready you think you are to get going here on Thursday?
We're very excited. We've had an excellent preseason. I think the guys, the preparedness, the fitness level was probably the top since I've been here for quite a while now. But we're really excited. We have a nice nucleus of players coming back, 5 or 6 freshmen pushing some of the veteran players for spots. So we've had a lot of depth to our program this year.
Okay, now the last couple of years, it seems like we've been on kind of the playoff bubble for making the Northeast 10 tournament. Falling short by just 1 or 2 points literally the last couple of years. Do you see this team kind of being able to make a jump this year? And if we are able to make that jump again to the playoffs, kind of talk about a couple of the guys that you think are going to be the keys to leading us there.
Well, I think the keys are definitely in our senior class. We have Tom Denome, one of our top leading goal scorers, returning. Drew Goff, who's played numerous positions, but he's probably looked best out wide for us. I think he's going to be a major contributor to us this year. And then we have a senior keeper back, Corey Cameron, who's looked very good in preseason. And Barnaba Madol is one of our captains, and he's been solid as an outside defender. So I believe those 4 guys are going to be the leaders of this program, and they've done a great job so far.
So do you really see this as a team that can, hopefully get to the Northeast 10 tournament and maybe even make some noise once we get there?
Oh, I definitely believe so. I don't. Our goal isn't just to be in the tournament. We want to host a playoff game, and I think that is a very realistic goal of this team. And we've set our goals high, and we'll find out exactly where we're at this weekend.
Standing here talking to AIC junior midfielder Conor Doyle. Conor, you've been in preseason camp for about 2 weeks now, and you're getting ready to head to Merrimack for their annual men's soccer invitational to open up the season with a couple of games starting on Thursday. Can you just kind of talk about how the preseason's gone for you guys so far, and how close do you think you are to being ready to open the season on Thursday?
I think fitness levels were pretty close. We've been working hard. Coach has been putting us through our paces. The heat's been tough, but we've managed. We've done pretty well. We've got a new assistant coach with Coop. He seems to be working us pretty hard. Federico's put us through our paces, and we're close to as where we want to be in pre-season. 2 games this weekend against Dominican and Post. There'll be 2 tough fixtures, but we hope to do well and try and put what we've done in practice into games. But things are looking good at the moment.
Okay. Now, one thing I did, talk about Fred when I interviewed him was, we've kind of been a bubble team the last couple of years. Do you see this as a group that can finally, kind of get over that hurdle and, instead of being, 1 or 2 points out, of the last playoff spot? Do you think we can get into the NE10 tournament this year and, hopefully do some damage once we get there?
Yeah, definitely. I think the freshmen we brought in, we've had 2 transfers, I think, this year as well. They've definitely added to the squad. My first 2 years here, like you said, we've been on the bubble, just missed out on playoffs in the last few games. But that's the goal this year. Is definitely the first goal is to make the Northeast 10 playoffs, and from there anything can happen. We've seen with Bentley last year, even in New Haven, they finished bottom of the conference my freshman year, but finished 6th the next year. So we're hoping to make a push and try and get in those first 8 places to make the playoffs.
Now, you're coming off a year in which you were an all-conference selection once again. Any kind of personal goals you kind of set for yourself? Any things you're looking to specifically try to do to raise your game that will, ultimately raise the performance of our team?
I just want to help the team out. Like you said, I was first team all-conference last year. That'd be nice to make again, but at the end of the day, it's all about the team. And if I play well and other players are playing well, then the team's going to do well. And I really just want to try and help the team as best I can.
Standing here talking with AIC senior back Barnaba Madol. Barnaba, you've been here for about 2 weeks now in preseason, and the men's soccer team's getting ready to head to the Merrimack Invitational this weekend. Just kind of talk about how the preseason's gone for you guys so far, and how ready do you think you are to get the 2011 season going?
Well, it's my 5th year here, and this preseason has been very good. Guys came in ready to play, and I think we're ready to step it up. We've been always playing well in the Merrimack tournament, but we don't know what we're going to do the rest of the season. It's not all about the first Merrimack tournament, it's all about the whole season. So I think the guys are ready for this Merrimack tournament. Our freshmen have been strong for us. We've got a couple of new guys from Norway, a kid from England, looking very good. A couple of local kids, so we're looking very good this preseason.
Okay, now the last couple of years, we've been kind of a bubble team for making the Northeast 10 tournament, literally finishing 1 or 2 points out of that last playoff spot. I mean, do you see this as a team that can finally kind of get over that hurdle and, make the postseason and hopefully, win a game or two once we get there, if not the whole thing?
We're hoping to make playoffs this year, especially the NE10 and looking into NCAAs. I mean, the past couple of years, we've always lost by 1 point or 2, so we know it's a long season, and once we start, we got to start winning the games we're supposed to win. Our first game against Lemoyne is going to be our biggest test. Let's see how we do, and hopefully we'll come up with a point there, and we could go on for the rest of the season. I mean, we should do very well this year.
Okay, now, just to kind of talk about yourself for a little bit, your final year, you've been here, for a while now. Is there anything in your game that you've been trying to work on and, elevate to make you a better player that'll ultimately, kind of help this team perform better and get to where we want to go?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got to stay disciplined. Coach is always telling me to stay disciplined. He wants me to follow his instructions. Sometimes I don't follow instructions very well. So hopefully I can follow Coach's instruction and help out this team this year. Hopefully we could go far.